presentation time. Next is a presentation of SP student. I would like to get started the SP student presentation. So our SP student 발렌티나, 빌라이삭, 누지아, 에밀리아노, 마이르, 오키키울루. So prepare a presentation about their country. So I first presenter. I'd like to introduce the first presenter, Miss Valentina.
Thank you very much, Professor. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is 발렌티나 Okang. Thank you very much, Professor. Okay. Thank you very much, Professor Bang, for that wonderful presentation. Thank you. Please permit me to wear my face mask. I'm battling with a bit of cold this morning, so and forgive my voice as well. Thank you. Okay, so today I'll be presenting on Official Development Assistance, ODA, in Ghana. I'm specifically looking at the government of Korea, the government of Korea's partnership with Ghana. So in the spring semester, my class and I had the privilege of taking a course from Professor Lee De-Sop on international development cooperation. At the end of the course, we were to basically understand the concepts and structure of international development cooperation and its application to less developed countries, like my country, Ghana, and how public and international communities influence recipient countries' economic development and social welfare. At the end of the class, 3 things actually stood out to me. I think the first thing was our lesson on poverty and the fact that extreme or absolute poverty is technically people living with less than $1.90 per day. That is on PPP basis. And then the second thing is, as Professor taught us earlier, that no country can actually be totally self-reliant. I say that arguably anyway. And then the third and final is the importance of studying this course that we are reading, agricultural economics, looking at the SDGs, and I paraphrase the second goal, which is to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. That tells me that it burdens on us as agricultural economics to give of our best to society and to help in the food security situation, not only in our countries, but the world as a whole. Today, I will be presenting a document that the government of Ghana and the government of Korea, together with key stakeholders, designed between 2016 and 2020, called the Republic of Korea's Country Partnership Strategy for the Republic of Ghana. During this presentation, I would like us to take notice of 3 things. First, I'll look at the needs assessment. The needs assessment is basically why that area was chosen, why that particular thematic area was chosen. The second one is the government of Korea's strength in that area. And then finally, we'll look at the implementing strategy. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the document looks at these 4 thematic areas. The first is agriculture and rural development, of course, very important in Ghana. It employs most of our population. Public health, because without health, sincerely, we cannot achieve anything. Education, which is a driving force of every economy. And then energy. This document was between 2016 and 2020. In Ghana, there is a popular local slang. We say dumso. We had a bit of power issues, I remember very well. So I believe the key partners considered energy because our country was battling with energy issues, energy crisis at that time. Okay. So first is the vision. So the government of the Republic of Korea will make development cooperation efforts to support the key development areas of the Ghana Shared Growth and Development Agenda and support the efforts of government of Ghana to realize the vision of building a stable, united, inclusive, and prosperous country with opportunities for all, set under the 5th Coordinated Program of Economic and Social Development Policies. The main objective was to focus on strengthening agricultural modernization and development, like I said, the 4 thematic areas that were identified. Improving health, service delivery, and disease control management, enhancing education and TVET, and increasing efficiency of electricity, transmission, substation, and distribution. Okay, so this point is also on the cooperation areas, that's agriculture, health, education, and energy. But one point that strikes is Korea's aim to allocate 70% of bilateral ODA for Ghana to the priority areas or the priority cooperation areas during the country partnership strategy. Okay, so needs assessment for agriculture. So the first point is rural and agricultural development. It plays an important role in Ghanaian economy, despite its declining share in GDP. So in the year 2020, agriculture accounted for about 29.8% of the GDP in Ghana. Then it declined to 21.5% in 2014. Currently, it stands at 18.78%, and then it employs just about 39.4% of the country's population. The second point is the low levels of mechanization and investment, along with small-scale farming or less productive farming methods, which are key challenges for agricultural productivity. So since the late 90s, the government of Ghana has stressed the importance of farm-based organizations. We believe that increasing the farm-based organization will actually improve and will easily assist in dissemination of technologies. But sincerely, it's been very challenging. I speak to that effect as an agriculture officer. It's been very, very challenging to even form and then disseminate technology to farmers. The third point is the government of Ghana is actively promoting agriculture-based industrialization, focusing on the agricultural value chain. So this is basically processing and export of our key crops, cocoa, cotton, horticultural crops, just to encourage an increase in export revenue from the agricultural sector. Okay, so this was the statistics as at the time the document was considered. The total population was 25.9. The growth rate was at 2.4. And then these are the key exports. The total land area, if you look at the agric land, it's about just 40 million, about 40 million hectares. Then the area under cultivation was 7 million. The area under irrigation is just 0.4% of the area under cultivation. Irrigation is sincerely a very, very challenging aspect of agriculture in Ghana. Maybe in most developing countries as well. Okay, so like I said, we'll look at Korea's strength. I think Korea has a very impressive strength when it comes to agriculture, sincerely. because we have traveled to some places in Korea, and then we've seen how they try as much as possible to use basic technology to just sort of make the farming process very effective and efficient. So Korea has experience in comprehensive rural development through farmers' cooperatives and consumer cooperatives with their own management and operation. So they believe they could help the Ghanaian agricultural sector, as it is one of their strengths. Also, the Korean capacity in irrigation project and farming and rice farming techniques could be applied in the Ghanaian context in order to increase productivity of rice, which is a staple crop in Ghana. Okay, implementation strategy. So first, farm-based cooperatives and organizations, agro-based industry development, strengthening of regional agricultural capacities and systems. These are the ways that we looked at implementing. Okay, so this is, this part of Ghana is called Dawenya. Dawenya is in the Greater Accra region, and the picture we are looking at to my left is about 75 greenhouses. We call it the Green Village. That was under the auspices of the Korean government. It was at that time, as at August 2020, it was the biggest greenhouse village in West Africa. Currently, it employs 230 people, and then it has also an entrepreneurship and innovative center. So they are training Ghanaians who are interested in starting their own greenhouse farming. And mostly vegetables are produced. So these vegetables go out to the farmers market, to ShopRite and some open markets. It is producing about 45,000 tons of vegetables. That is valued at about 11 million Ghana cedis annually. The second picture is the Rice Value Project. This picture specifically is from KOICA. So KOICA started a Rice Value Project in Ghana, and currently, I think in last year's National Farmers Day, they awarded a woman who had been able to really utilize the platform to increase her farming activities. Okay, so public health. Needs assessment of the public health sector. So the Ghanaian government aims to extend healthcare delivery to the community level. According to the World Development Report 2015, under 5 and mortality rates are 61.6 per 1,000 and 319 per 100,000 live births, respectively. The low number of health workforces, especially outside Greater Accra, remains a challenge in Ghana. So the current statistics of, so according to WHO, at least 0.2 doctors and 2.2 nurses per 1,000 residents. But the current statistics stands at 0.1 doctors and 1.14 nurses per 1,000 residents, which is a big challenge in our health sector. Then also the quality of drinking water and sanitation have shown great improvement, but we need to put in more efforts to make it very safe and accessible to the population. So what is Korea's strength? So Korea has successful experience in reducing fertility rates and infant, child, and maternal mortality rates through implementation of family planning projects and maternal and child health services. In addition, Korea has introduced a national insurance system and health information system to improve basic health indicators and strengthen national health system. So the experience can serve as a case study in developing an integrated regional health system, a national healthcare system in Ghana. How will we implement this? So the Republic of Korea is looking at basically capacity building, that is strengthening community-based health services delivery and national health system in accordance with the government of Ghana's CHPS. And then special attention will also be given to reproductive health and sanitation programs for female adolescents and children in schools. So Korea will foster partnerships with the private sector as well and other development partners in the area of mobile health. Okay, so as you can see, this is the country director of KOICA in the person of Mr. Moon Hyun Kong. And then this is the Director General of the Ghana Health Services, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abuaji. So this was an official launch of the first phase project to assist community-based health delivery system. Okay, education. So the Ministry of Education Strategic Plan, ESP 2010 to 2020, identifies improving quality of and access to education, reducing gender inequality and strengthening linkages between education and industry as a priority task. Several achievements have been made in addressing teacher absenteeism and low pupil-teacher ratio, but continuous effort is needed for further improvement and sustainability of quality education. Meeting the demands of industrial labor market and improving vocational training in the field are challenges remaining for TVET program. Finally, further support for female students is needed to reverse the declining trend of female students in TVET enrollment rate. Okay, so the government of Korea aims to increase the enrollment rate and completion rate. From primary, secondary, and tertiary level, Korea exhibits high enrollment and completion rates. So in addition to the tools to build the capacity of teachers and to provide wider educational opportunities for students, information and communication technologies are also applied throughout the education system to assist in making this system work. Secondly, capacity building programs linked to industrial and labor market demand. So it's the same as the first, actually. The country is looking at enrolling more people in TVET. So that is technical vocational training, so that we could increase and link the labor more to the industrial market, just to increase the processing, if in agricultural side, for instance, to increase the processing of our raw materials more. So that is for education. In implementing these strategies, we are looking at the quality of education and then strengthening the TVET program, like I said, just to link the industrial labor market demand. Okay, so we cannot talk about education without mentioning the reason why we are all here, the KOICA Scholarship Program, a very, very important program that has given the likes of me the opportunity to stand here today to present to you. And then also the launch of, as you can see, the Girls STEM program by KOICA also. And what we see up there is a picture of students. Forgive me, I have forgotten my practical science a bit, but students experimenting of a sort. So these are trying to encourage the girl child into STEM. Yes. Okay. Energy, final slide, please. So I think I spoke about energy earlier. During this policy, during this document, the country already had issues with energy, the energy sector. We were having a bit of low power shortage. So within increasing demand for electricity and reduced power supply, Ghana is experiencing a power shortage. So the government aims at diversifying the power supply, basically introducing solar and other systems of energy to help. Okay, I cannot even overemphasize Korea's strength in this. I believe we all know. So in order to increase, basically Korea is looking at capacity building. Very, very important, capacity building. So to just increase electricity supply in Ghana, Korea's Bank's Economic Development Corporation Fund, currently carrying out the Prestia Kumasi Enhancement Project. And also KOICA is working on Ghana electricity transmission or transformation. Okay. This is the implementing strategy. Like I said, efforts to resolve the electricity problem. It's basically capacity building mainly. And then, thank you very much for listening. I'm Samda.